Hey guys, I'm Geoff Fienberg for oddschecker.com, here to break down the Puntacana Resorts and Club Championship. I think I got it right. I know I got it right in my outright picks video. So check that one out. It's already in the odds checker feed. We got 4 outrights in there, and I got one more in this one for you today. But before we get there, like the vid, subscribe to Odds Checker so these can drop right into your feed. And leave a comment. Tell me which props you like this week in Punta Cana on the PGA Tour. I'll try to get right into it, friends. We're going to make that outright. I believe I alluded to it. We're going to add a veteran, a Mayakoba Classic kind of guy, a birdie party kind of guy, Charlie Hoffman, 50-1 fan. Wow. What's that? DraftKings Sportsbook. There are 33s out there. We're seeing a 50 on Charlie. I think that's a great number. This course sets up perfectly for him. In many of the ways, I believe it sets up for Pat Perez this week. I always used to joke, Charlie Hoffman's like the Golf Channel, a couple years ago at least, made more birdies while golf was being shown on Golf Channel, like in Thursday, Friday, early window coverage weekends, than anyone else on tour. But the moment we got to network coverage, Charlie stopped making birdies. Well, this tournament's never going to show up on network, so that's not a problem for Charlie. But I like Charlie. We got to go low. He's been making real good strides as the seasons come to an end, so I got no issues backing Charlie here this week at 50-1 at DraftKings Sportsbook. Using that odds checker grid, we're going to stay away from the 33s available out there and those shorter numbers. 50-1 in a field like this for Charlie Hoffman and his ability to just rein in those birdies when he's feeling it makes perfect sense to me. And I'm going to supplement that with a little Charlie Hoffman top 10 plus 450 available at Bet365. Charlie Hoffman top 10 plus 450 at Bet365. I sort of came into this thing liking that top 10 and then doing more look-see at Charlie breaking it down, and I think he can win this thing. So we're supplementing the outright at 50 with the plus with the top 10 at plus 450. That prop is available at Bet365. The 50-1 on Charlie available on DraftKings Sportsbook. Keeping with the top 10s, my guy, I don't know, maybe in like a fear of missing out way, I could maybe make the smallest bet on him to win this thing, because I'd be sad if he won and I wasn't a part of it. But I love Luke List. He's a tee to green specialist with a bit of an ability to scramble, but oh baby, can he miss the 2-footer. But let's hope this is the week where he makes all of them. And a 5-footer and an 8-footer and a 20-footer and a 25-footer and a big par save. Because you're going to need them all. You're going to need them all week. That's why it might be hard to back Luke List for the outright win, but he's in position to make birdie nearly every single hole. It feels like he just has a trouble doing that. That is also available at plus 450 over at Bet365. Bet365 seemingly having the numbers, the best numbers when using the odds checker grid for these top 10s, at least the guys that I am looking at. So Luke List plus 450. I kind of see him as a... If this tournament was like 2 months ago, Luke List is where Corey Connors is. If this tournament's like a year ago, Luke List is like 12-1. I'm a believer in Luke List. This could be a great opportunity for him, so I'd like to be invested in him in some way. Going way farther down the board, trying to get some one long shot top 10. I mentioned Mayakoba as my corollary course a couple times. This guy, JJ Spawn, his game has really turned around recently. It was at a nut low not too long ago. And, you know, golf's a cruel game. It's a mean game. It will humble you, and I'm certain it humbled JJ, as it does many others. But JJ certainly felt that recently, but it's great to see him playing again and playing well again and playing really well again, truth be told. And with a great appearance at the Mayakoba and a corollary course, and situations like this have worked well for JJ in the past to make those birdies, to contend. Plus top 10 at 10-1 is what I'm looking at. That is also available over at Bet365 this week. JJ Spawn, top 10. I know some people picking him to win this thing, and I don't even think that's the biggest reach. I'm not really going down that way with my outright picks. I sort of try to stay in that 30 to 40 to 1 range. But if there's an event that we're going to see, some weird things happen, it could be this one. We've been here twice before. Bryce Garnett's your winner. Graham McDowell, your winner. I believe those two guys were priced 33 to 1. But I don't know, that GMAC appearance last week, I don't know whether I'm a sucker. I'm looking at that, but really makes me like my Perez and Hoffman picks even more. And go check out the outright picks video for this week, because I had 4 outrights in there, and there's a guy at 40 to 1 that I think is one of the top 5 players in this field. So if you don't know who that is yet, go watch my outright picks video and you can find out. Again, like the vid, subscribe to the Odds Checker content, and leave a comment. Tell me which prop or outright of mine you like or you don't like, and share which one you're on. I'm not, just the one telling you what I like. You can tell me what you like too, and we can see how it all plays out. I'm Geoff Fienberg with you here, even though we're sort of in this low end of non-premier events for golf as we, get set to go to the Masters in November. I wish. I don't think anyone will be at the Masters. Masters in November, but in October, we got that Asian swing that has moved to Vegas that I think a lot of the guys will start to see. A lot of the premier players start to show up again, to get in form for Augusta. But we're going to have a couple low-rung events of the next couple weeks, and hopefully we can hit a guy. Wouldn't that be fun? We go back to back with Bryson last week. Wouldn't that be a joy? All right, guys, you have a great week. Check me out next week. I'll be right back here with my PGA content. And if you subscribe to the Odds Checker feed, you might see an NFL video dropping from me later this week as well. So much great content. Oddschecker.com. I'll be back with you later in the week.